Aloha from Hawaii.
Aloha.
The island of Kauai is separated by shores. So you have North Shore, South Shore, East Shore, West Shore. Instead of doing 3 perfect days in Kauai, we're gonna kind of tell you some of our favorite things that we did in each portion of the island. Good morning.
Good morning.
Today we are in Kapa'a, or Kapa'a. And starting the day off right with coffee. We're trying a place called Javakai, and the coffee's great.
I went on to their website ahead of time and gave them my email address, and they gave me a free coffee, so there's a little traveler tip for you.
I think Kapa'a is probably one of our favorite spots here. It's got a lot of charm and character and lots of foods, restaurants, bars, coffee shops, and it's all just really our vibe.
Another great part of this area here are the Hopi Falls. It was a really fun trail, a mile out, a mile back, so not too strenuous. You get to see a little waterfall, which is pretty cool, and also just can kind of walk down to the bottom of the waterfall, splash around in the lagoon there at the bottom of the falls, and even take a stab at the rope swing, which we of course had to do, and had a lot of fun.
Anyone who knows us knows we have to get beer. So right now we're at the Kauai Beer Company. Cheers.
Cheers. This place was legit. The beer was fantastic. It was fresh, brewed right on the spot.
And it's cool because there's 2 food trucks for options. So you have your option of poke.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Very fresh.
Or if you want barbecue, that's what I got.
You are gonna eat all of that.
I got the ribs and the brisket, potato salad and the coleslaw.
I'd like to remind everybody that I got that.
We stopped at Little Fish Coffee Company, which was great. I think it was exactly what you wanted.
Mornings are for coffee and contemplation.
What are you contemplating?
The coffee. It hit the spot. The coffee was great, and it was just a really nice, mellow place to sort of start the day.
It's so cute. It's like a little baby pineapple. Here's my hand to give you perspective. Oh my gosh, it's a tiny little pineapple plant.
It used to be a hotel over 100 years ago. Redesigned it to be a collection of little shops, bakeries, coffee shop.
So Little Fish, 2 thumbs up. My other thumb is holding the gimbal, but
Here it is.
2 thumbs up. We can't mention the south side without mentioning Poipu. This is where you get like the fancier restaurants. It definitely is one of the more touristy areas, except for a little pocket of like historic Poipu.
Yeah,
I think it's
Old Town.
Old
Poipu.
Town. That part is awesome. The reason why we went to the west side of the island is for Waimea Canyon and also Koke'e State Park.
We decided to tackle a pretty challenging trail. It's called the
Awapuhi Trail. I can't wait to hear all the people telling me how I said that wrong, but I'm trying my best.
I think you nailed it.
You think you say Awapuhi
Trail.
6.4 miles round trip, and this has been a trail that has been described as epic.
So far, so good. A lot of decline, which means a lot of incline coming our way.
We've just been in this canopy of like a rainforest, which is really nice because it's actually hot today, but the shade is so nice. What'd you find?
Well, I think we found our source for coffee. I'm no botanist, but this looks like a coffee tree. And these look like little coffee berries, where inside there's coffee beans.
That would be cool.
So I wonder if you eat these, if you'll get a little buzz right now. I'm not gonna try it.
Okay, we made it to the vistas. What do you think?
That is pretty breathtaking.
Have you seen anything like that before?
Only once before,
Where?
on my wedding day.
Oh! Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it.
That's a long ways down.
I don't even know if the camera captures like the depth perception, but this is beautiful.
Basically, it's a very clear line. Safety, that's the brown area. Death, that's the green area.
We gotta cue the Jurassic Park music. On our way back, we stumbled upon this lookout on the road back down towards Waimea Canyon, and you guys, it is so totally worth it. Sometimes you think, oh, lookouts. We don't want to stop at a lookout. A lookout. We'd rather hike to one, right? But this is totally worth it.
Everybody I said that when I said we were going to go to Kauai, said you have to take the trip to the Pali Coast, either by helicopter or by boat, but you have to. And every time I get that kind of advice before going on a big trip, it's always a letdown. It's never as good, right, as everybody makes it seem.
Yeah.
This was the exception. I would say you can't plan on coming to Kauai without finding your way to the Pali Coast. It is spectacular.
There's lots of boat charter companies out there, and we chose Nepali Experience, and I have to give it 2 thumbs up.
Oh yeah, thumbs up. It's informative, as well as really scenic.
Oh my God. The boat trip itself, just the boat ride in and of itself, even if we didn't arrive at the Pali Coast, was super fun to me.
How was it?
You're zipping along really quickly. It takes you about 45 minutes before you reach the Pali Coast, and once you're there, it's like God's country.
It's incredible.
What do you think?
Donovan got to bathe in a waterfall.
The captain backed up into a waterfall and I got sprayed. And it was probably the highlight of the trip.
It definitely was for me, filming it. Last but not least, let's talk about the North Shore. On our way north towards Hanalei Bay, we stopped at a beach called Anahola, and oh my gosh, this was my favorite. Donovan's favorite was getting drenched by a waterfall. My favorite was finding Anahola Beach.
Yeah.
Like, I almost don't want to talk about it because you have like these little private spots that locals know to go to, and it's their own slices of heaven. And this is one of those places. Here's another great find that we just discovered. It's the Molo'a fruit stand. It's just on the side of the highway. Blink and you'll miss it, but they've got amazing fruits, breakfast burritos, sandwiches, and this spot is amazing. When in Hawaii, you must eat fresh fruit, right, babe?
Always.
Last but not least, Hanalei Bay.
Oh yes.
We rented for 24 hours. It was $20 per board. We caught maybe 3 waves. We were there for several hours and maybe caught no more than half a dozen. But granted, not a good surfer. So I mean, there were like 10-year-old kids catching waves left and right, and I was just like, I want to be you. Anyway, we really wanted to go to Tunnels Beach because it's supposed to be the best snorkeling, but unfortunately, we came at a time when the road to Tunnels Beach got flooded out. It's okay. It just means that we're gonna have to come back.
For sure.
Anyway, Kauai, thank you for an amazing anniversary. We were so grateful for this experience. We'll forever remember it and treasure it, and we really hope we can come back one day.
Mahalo.
Mahalo. We woke up to the roosters. I loved it. I thought that was like the best way to wake up. I want to like bring them home with
It
me.
sounded like one was in our room. I think maybe you brought one inside just to wake me up.
Side note, I love chickens. And they're everywhere here.
Yeah.
And it makes me so happy.